in Week 3. The Jets lost.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Austin Ekeler. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Running on 1st down, Ekeler. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, these 2 teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Ballard. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Now it's Jackson. On the screen, this is Ekeler. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Second and 7.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 16.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On 2nd down, Ekeler. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Wasser handles the kickoff duties. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, orders.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Saunders. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Saunders. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Jackson on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Ballard. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 44. That's going to be a 6-yard gain and leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the 2nd half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They just gave up a sack there. If I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are. And I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist. Because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Now, that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
They'll run on 1st down. Calhoun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw. Saunders. Being chased out left.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Off the play fake. Saunders. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 at the 19. Operating from the gun. Saunders. Throwing right, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Saunders. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Saunders. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen coming out to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. That time a 9-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Now it's Jackson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. It fights him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 16 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And for a while when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jackson will throw again. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Rohrwasser now for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Jet touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. From the gun, Saunders. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw again. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to draw up coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ballard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go.
Now Jackson on first down. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to take the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Rohrwasser on for the PAT.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Flush to his right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. From the gun on 3rd down, Saunders got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw on 2nd down, Saunders firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Saunders. And it's complete right back to Ridley. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the 2nd half of the season. We'll start in Nashville. Tampa Bay making the trip to Nissan Stadium to take on Tennessee. And it's the Titans out in front in that one. Dalvin Cook with 2 touchdowns there. From there, let's head off and check out a 2nd game. And they were losers in their ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington football team. Jalen Hurts leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Ravens trying to hold on and claim victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Calhoun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Saunders. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Saunders. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives him a 3-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. From the 29, Jackson, pass incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson. He'll get this to Eckler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
To throw again is Jackson. the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there. Watching for trouble on the road. And making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Miami.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Saunders. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Open man right side is Tony.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the gun, Saunders.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They run the counter. Calhoun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Saunders.
That's complete to Tony.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Saunders. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
A 29-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead and pushes it up to 6. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Second and 9.
Now Jackson. And this is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Now it's Jackson. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing again on second and 10. Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7.
It's Eckler again. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's Jackson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. And this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. On 1st down, Calhoun. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Saunders. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
That should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on 1st down. Calhoun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there on that play. I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Looking to throw. Saunders. Finding some room at midfield. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he'll find Hall.
7 yards to pick up there.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
The Jets on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. Over the middle, complete. It's Ballard.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard.
Throwing is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Ballard. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ballard.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game.
Jackson.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from leading this game. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So the Dolphins now down 28-27, and time a huge factor. They're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. He'll look to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but then you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So now the focus shifts to the Jets, trailing by a touchdown. A little over 30 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Now Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Throwing, Jackson.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Jackson.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Miami, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.